viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro in Atlanta, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, bang, oh, bang, bang, bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Bitch, yeah.
Hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now, enemies. Busters got some mana, but I handle that, so hate me now. Got the Louis Slugger, you better cover when I hit a foul. You better be so quick to get it hip when the pistol show. All my niggas get me creeping slow, and we on that blow. Told the two that I use, searching for an easy man. Demon in me wakes, now I shake and don't feel okay. Yeah, I'm terrified in my mind, so corrupted too. Feel so blizzo, hizzo, off that snizzo, but still keep it smooth. Evil prince, stay so blitz, busy down with Psycho Mike. Scheming, leaning all throughout the night, down in Metro Heights. Bitch, you getting sprayed from grenade when I pulled up in. Here's the P, here with me, and we always going in. Waking, shaking in my bed, hating leaves you where y'all dead. Don't you rest so tears up, call your blizz up when I'm on my man. I face so much crime, stay inside. I have on my mind. Please don't shoot your kids, I'm saying you his on, get your mids on ride. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that low, that Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that low, that Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now, enemies.
You hate me now, nigga, damn, I thought we was cool. You hate me now, I thought we was cool.
You mad at me now, but all I do is laughing. Then chop a bullet, split him up like he a fraction. He run up on me, think it's chicken, now he past tense. Yes, I am evil, Prince, but also Trace, so blast him. I catch him loafing, I'ma up the gun and let it bust. I got them niggas in the car ready to shoot shit up. You mention me, boy, I'm a killer, best not test your luck. Yo, bitch, a groupie, all up in my DMs tryna fuck. These niggas lying in they songs, you know they capping. I'm on the block, I put in work, you niggas slacking. My nigga get jammed up and then we go and post bail. But if your nigga run up, we gon' send his ass to hell. Ain't have a ruler, kept a Ruger when I was in school. I'm hitting ops with this stick like I'm playing
You got that life.
You talking choppers, you getting right. You on the block with the dope every night.
Said he wanted some scratch, so we took him on life.
Say you wanna get paid, you wanna be racist.
18 4K got slapped with
Walking
the
out,
pipe.
still got on these shades, even though it ain't night. Cause they little pink piss too hard. Let's go on a SRT with a Draco tank. Got a little boy way, can't sleep at night.
You gotta go get that motherfucking dope. You gotta run, say fuck out that hoe. I was just broken, I didn't have a friend, so I went in the trap and I sold me some dope.
Let's
For
go.
real.
Poppin' purse, make her suck dick for an hour, get to work. I told the bitch to get nasty for double. She bought her best friend, they fuck each other. Okay, for me, make her fuck my brother. Got a team full of players, free band, no struggle.
Big 4K down to the door.
Might get in there, mo, go dig with shovel. Break out the chopstick, hit on wherever. Broad daylight, bitch, I'ma get on wherever. Let's go, double O walk on this bitch, but I like to talk on this bitch.
Hold on.
Purpose said walk on this bitch, the purpose said talk on this bitch.
Hold on.
I just be geeking out drugs, taking all kinds of shit. Bitch wanna fuck, she fine, and she all kind of bitch.
Running through the design, don't care about shit. I can work one time, though. Major little man got shot, he slapped little boy, you a bitch. 15 ball, one play, don't miss. 15
Yo, peace. What's going on? What's happening? MD back at it again. MD is back at it again. Sitting in the traffic, man, on my way to Florida. Y'all know how this shit go. Again, tomorrow night, MD Thoughtbox Live, giving analysis on the recent election results in the Democratic primaries that have taken place and are going to take place tonight, with a couple of huge primaries going on in Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're going to discuss those as well. And more broadly, we're going to talk about the impact of ultra progressive and DSA candidates within the Democratic Party. I'm going to keep beating this in like a hammer to a nail to people like Venkat, so I can make him see, like, hey, look, man, you following the same lines as moderate Republicans did dealing with Tea Party and MAGA. I don't understand why you don't see the similarity in it, but you know, we're gonna talk about it. But I wanted to discuss something today. Politics and gaming. Politics and video games more broadly. For as far back as I can remember, there's been some form of a political ideology within some video game titles. Like that, it's not a new concept and no shit like that. But I wanted to talk about the concept in and of itself from the perspective of gamers, right? And you can talk about it more vastly outside of gaming, like anything that's considered creative or artistic, right? Y'all deal with it. We've all dealt with it. A lot of people just don't want to deal with politics. They don't want to see it for whatever the situation may be. Like, you know, a lot of us got coworkers where it's like, I don't want to talk about politics while I'm at work, blah, 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 this and that. You know, a lot of people use it as a cop-out. Because they don't want their ideology exposed and they don't want to look stupid. That's a fact. That's why people do it. You know, it's the same when they talk about, you know, the common phrase is, there's two things I don't talk about at work, is religion and politics. Mainly speaking, I don't want to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine if that's how you feel. You know, I ain't shaming you or no shit like that. But I'm saying it, you know, broadly speaking, you don't want to be uncomfortable because you don't want to be either exposed or you don't want to have your foundations attacked or refuted or whatever the situation may be, you know. But when you talk about other people's products, and this is the shit that gets me. When you talk about other people's products, you don't have the right, like in any way, shape, or form, to try to coalesce some type of group thought in the ways you feel personally about said product. You know, I remember GTA's announcement a few weeks back, and Black Sun was doing a video talking about GTA and the barbarification of GTA, whatever the fuck. There's some crazy shit he was talking about, right? Talking about, you know, they're going to force you to do hair and nails on a character. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Nobody's forcing you to do any fucking thing. You see, consumerism gets a bad rap because of people like Black Sun. Consumerism is a powerful tool within the system of capitalism. Because ultimately, if the consumers don't buy, your concept, your product, your IP fails. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you got a wide base of consumers that have brand loyalty, have a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out, where even an inferior product will get sold over the more superior one. Perfect example, Apple, the iPhone. In some ways, the iPhone is superior as far as like security and maybe the camera. Other than that, every way, Samsung, its most close competitor, is superior in every way, shape, or form. Architecture, chipset, so on and so forth. Everybody in my family got an iPhone. My kids, my girl, my mom, my aunt. Everybody got an iPhone. Everybody FaceTiming each other, having a good old time. Here go little old me with my Samsung. My phone costs more than everybody else's phone. You know, my phone, as far as technology, far more superior than everybody else's phone. But I'm the peon because I have a Samsung Ultra, right? I'm the peon. Again, you know, there's a sense of brand loyalty with me. The only phone that I would get is a Samsung Ultra. Like I wouldn't even buy like a regular Samsung Galaxy. You know, I got to have the Ultra. I was thinking about getting a Fold, but them shits is exorbitantly priced. I'm not paying no $2,000 for no fucking Galaxy Fold. No, hell no. No way, shape. You know, I'm already paying $1,200, $1,300 for an Ultra. I'm not buying a Fold. So I stick to my big ass Samsung Galaxy Ultra. I believe mine is a 25. I got the one before the one that just came out. So yeah, I think it's a 25. You know, I skipped the 26. There ain't no point. I usually buy phones every 2 to 3 years, usually. So I might get a 27, I don't know. But hell, I might skip that year too and just get a 28. It all depends on like what's the new features or whatever. But you ask, especially a young person, you ask any young person, what's wrong with the Samsung Galaxies? Oh, them peon phones. What? But the phones cost more than the latest Apple phone. But you know, brand loyalty. Even within the complaints, it's still brand loyalty. A person like Black Sun to complain about GTA 6 and you know not wanting to play with a female character. Like I said, infantile levels of complaint, right? Nobody gives a shit. Well, you know, like it is what it is. Either you play the game or you don't. A lot of people just got an altruistic way of thinking when it comes to other people's shit. That's just a fact. That's why things that may not was meant to be political within creativity sparks political dialogue because of something somebody said. i.e., just like what Black Sun talked about. Nobody gives a shit if you play the game or not. See, you play it or you don't. That's just what it is. You know, while you complaining, I'll be having fun with the game. That's just me. Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of Fallout New Vegas, again, one of the greatest games of all time in a lot of people's eyes, have made several games since Fallout New Vegas. Do other people that claim Obsidian is this grand developer play them? No, they don't. I finished The Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds was a good game. Political satire on ultra capitalism. It was funny. It was a good game. Then I played The Outer Worlds 2. The Outer Worlds 2 is a great game. Great. Anybody who claims to be a fan of Fallout New Vegas and hasn't played The Outer Worlds 2, you're missing out. You're missing out. I'm not saying it's Fallout New Vegas. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying a lot of the concepts within the storyline, within the gameplay, are very similar to Fallout New Vegas. And the story is far beyond what they did in the first game. The story is fucking great. The story is great because this time around they took the satire to a new level, where they basically made fun of all wild political ideologies, ultra capitalism. Well, I didn't even gonna call it ultra capitalism. Let's just call it corporatism. Corporatism. Left-wing communism, as well as what I would compare it to is Scientology. It's a faction in the game called the Order of the Ascendant. It's basically Scientology is what it is. Where they like, you know, with that faction, it's like they basically revere and worship numbers. You know, were there some things I wish they had done in the game? Yeah, of course. Like you can't, it's no, so the Protectorate, which is the communist faction, there is no option to side with them. There's no option. You can either side with Auntie's Choice, which is the corporate faction, or the order, which is the Scientology faction. Or you can work with both of them. You can have them join forces. I wish they had done something where you could join the Protectorate, but you can't. But it's still DLC on the way with that game. Hopefully we get that DLC the end of this year. And, you know, maybe they'll do something with the Protectorate in the DLC. We'll see. We'll see. In the Outer Worlds 1, like I said, it was an okay game. The DLC for the game was better than the game itself. Murder on Eridanos was incredible. Murder on Eridanos in the Outer Worlds 1 was the best part of the game. Peril on Gorgon was okay. It wasn't better than Murder on Eridanos. Murder on Eridanos was an incredible expansion to the game. So I'm hopeful in the Outer Worlds 2, they'll do something with the Protectorate and, you know, expand further upon their story. You know what I'm saying? So that's a take on politics and gaming that was deliberate. It was deliberate. It was meant to be political satire, which is fine. Then I discovered a game, in my opinion, after I finished the Outer Worlds 2 last weekend, then I discovered a game. I saw it on Game Pass. I didn't know shit about it. I just downloaded and started playing it. Since I played that game, I'm putting that game in my top 10 games of all time. This game is fucking incredible. Disco Elysium is one of the best stories that I played ever in a video game. That's a fact. That's a fact. This is a game that came out in 2019. I didn't know shit about it. You know, didn't know nothing about it. Disco Elysium is basically a point and click style game, RPG style game. Originally, I believe it was a PC game, and they ported it over to console. I could play it either on PC or Xbox, but I started playing it on Xbox. This game is like it's like a audiobook. It's so much text in the story. I've never experienced a game where they put in so much political ideology and leave you as the player up to decide who you want to be ideologically. I streamed a little bit of it on Twitch. Shit, I gotta get over. I streamed a little bit of it on Twitch when I first started playing it. The game is fucking incredible. I just got to be for real. I ain't never been into like D&D style games or like a top down point and click style game. Like that ain't my stilo. I don't play shit like that. And I probably still, you know, don't play it like that. But that's not the reason that I'm playing this game. This is one of the best, and I can't overstate that. This is one of the best stories that I've ever experienced in a video game. It just is. It just is. I mean, they deal with so much shit. They deal with racism. They deal with liberalism. They deal with union ideology, religion, all type of shit, bro. I'm like, this shit is incredible. It's incredible. Anybody that I speak to that I know that games, I say, hey, bro, you got to play Disco Elysium, man. You got to play it, bro. You have to play it. And like I said, shame on me for not knowing nothing about it. But again, I don't play like D&D Dungeons and Dragons type shit. You know, unless it's converted into something in another format. Like Cyberpunk 2077 was originally like a top-down D&D type concept in board game format, you know. That was made into an action game. I believe they could have got away with making it a D&D style game. Or like a Baldur's Gate type. They could have did that. But they didn't do it. They made it into an action FPS game. But I told y'all about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is another one of those games that deals with politics. When Cyberpunk first came out, I wasn't, after I seen the debacle that happened when it got released, I was like, man, I'm not playing that shit. Even though I was a fan of CD Projekt Red because of The Witcher. I didn't play Cyberpunk 2077 until after Phantom Liberty expansion. And that shit was incredible. I'm like, this is one of the greatest games of all time. Honestly, I put Cyberpunk over The Witcher 3. That's just me. I know some people will say, man, you bullshit. But I do. Cyberpunk is incredible, bro. Incredible. Cyberpunk, I put in my top 5 games of all time. With Disco Elysium, I put it in my top 10. That's how good of a game it is. And like I said, I'm not done. I'm not even finished playing it. I'm deep within the story now, but I'm not even finished playing it. I started watching videos and shit on it. I think I got spoiled in the ending, but it really don't matter. I'm still enjoying the game. The shit is incredible. I can't even describe the type of game that it is. Like I've never experienced a game like it. Like it's not eye popping, and it ain't graphically. The aesthetics ain't pretty. I'm not well, depending on if you're abstract or not. I guess you would say it is, but I'm talking about the story. The story in and of itself is one of the best stories ever put in game format. That's a fact. And it just hits you with so much, like the voice acting, you know, especially the narrator. I don't even really think you could really call it narrator. But essentially, it's all these voices inside your own fucking head that talk to you about different shit. All these emotions, and like, bro, the shit is. I can't describe it, bro. It's incredible. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. While at the same time, you're dealing with your own addictions to drugs and alcohol. I'm like, bro, this is a hard ass fucking game. And when I say hard, I ain't talking about like difficulty. I'm like hard, like this shit is incredible. Incredible, bro. I'm telling you, I have never experienced anything like Disco Elysium. Bro. If it's a perfect game that you could adapt into a movie, it would be Disco Elysium. And the shit will win awards for its screenplay. If I had the money, I would say, hey man, look, we need to make Disco Elysium a movie. I guarantee you we'll be up for best film nominations, bro. That's how good of a story that it is. I implore anybody, especially if you got a PC, I implore anybody that's into gaming and that's into like deep thought, play Disco Elysium. If you're a dumbass, this ain't the game for you. I'm gonna just keep it real. If you're a dumbass, it's gonna go over your head. I just gotta be honest. But if you're philosophical in nature, play Disco Elysium, bro. This shit is gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Unfortunately, most people are dumbasses. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow on MD's Thoughtbox Live. See, Venkat already admitted, hey man, you know, he's admitted without really saying it. But I agree with him wholeheartedly. Most people, yes, are dumbasses. But playing the game of government confined within politics got to appeal to dumbasses. But when is enough is what I'm asking. When is enough? We're going to talk about all that tomorrow. We're going to talk about all of that tomorrow. So I just wanted to come up here and give my spiel, man, on what I thought about politics and gaming. Again, a lot of people just simply don't like it because they don't like to face the mirror, you know. That's why people don't talk about politics publicly and all of this shit. Because they don't like to face the mirror. And they don't like the reception they may receive. They just don't like it. Self-conscious is a motherfucker. But when you're an individualist, you can look at opposition dead in the eye. It's really not up to you to try to persuade anybody, you know. That's not the goal. A lot of times the goal is just to simply be right, even in a sea of wrong, you know. But a lot of people just don't got that courage. You know, that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I just wanted to come up and say that, man. Hey, I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I'll let the crew know like what's what. I'll try to schedule that show tonight so everybody will know. But with that being said, man, let me enjoy my drive down to Florida, man. Look at these jackasses here. With that, hey, peace, man. I'll see y'all later on.
We